Hi everyone, it's me, Lindsay, with EquipMeOT, here today to talk about a step stool with a handle. This is something I get asked a lot about, is how to get in and out of high vehicles, how to get in and off, on and off of tall beds. So this is the tool that I use for that job, and I'm going to show you how to use it in all of those situations, but I wanted to present it to you first. So this product comes disassembled, but it assembles very easily. It comes with 4 feet. You can see I've got the 2 additional feet because it also comes with this handle option which attaches to these feet. Another feature of this one that I really like is it has both an adjustable height handle and all 4 feet are adjustable in height as well. And that will give you that a little additional height based on what your height is or the height of the surface you're trying to get on and off of or in and out of. All right, so it comes together very easily. It has a 300-pound weight capacity on it, and it's got this nice padded handle. All of that together makes it a really good safe option, and it's very flexible in its function. So that's why I selected it for today's choice. The remainder of the video, I'm gonna go over how I would use this particular product in all of those situations, so stick around. So here we are in the bedroom, a common place where we might use a step stool. So I'm going to show you how to set this one up. This particular type of step stool works really well, especially for folks who don't have a lot of mobility deficits, but just need something to give them a little extra boost to get them positioned properly in bed. So what I would normally do with these is I would position it right next to the bed, just like this. And I want to make sure that the handle is sticking up higher than the mattress. Now this is important because some mattresses and beds are so high up. This is an issue I'd run into a lot post-surgically as I'd go into a home after somebody had a hip replacement and their bed was really high and they couldn't get themselves on and off of it safely. So we'd position something like this close to the edge of the bed, and oftentimes we'd combine it with a bed rail. So I might put a bed rail on this side close to the head of the bed, and then this handle would be away from it towards the foot of the bed. Now you can adjust the height of the handle and the height of the feet, so that would give you that height adjustment you need to make sure you're hitting it properly. There are 2 ways you can approach using this to get on and off the bed. I will show you both ways. The first way is my preferred method, and this is to back up. So whether you're using a walker or a cane or simply walking yourself, you're going to back up to the bed, and you can use this handle here to kind of support yourself. And I like to stand so that I'm right next to this step stool, kind of legs close to the back of the bed. And then I'm going to sidestep up onto this here. Okay, so now I'm sidestepped onto it. This is a safer way than the alternative, which I'll show you in a second. I've got my hand here. Potentially I could reach back here and grab onto a bed rail if that was in position. And that's good if you're somebody who has really limited balance or you are concerned about tipping. But for myself, I'm just going to reach back gently, and you would assume that the bed would be quite a bit higher than my bed as well. And you're going to reach back for the bed, and you're going to gently lower yourself down. Now at this point, regardless of whether you're recovering from surgery or just have a limited ability to get in and out of your bed safely, you may have to move this out of the way. Another nice feature of one with a handrail is that you can do that independently. Kind of lift your feet off and move this down a little bit so that it's out of the way so you can get your feet up into bed. Let me show you how I would get into bed now from this position. I would go down on one elbow and I would lift my legs up around the stool like that, and then roll back onto my back if that's my preferred sleeping position. The nice thing about using the step stool is now my backside is up far enough into the bed that I'm not stuck laying right at the very edge, which is a common issue if the bed is too tall. All right, so let's see how we would get out with the step stool. Now, obviously, I don't have any physical limitations, so I'm going to make this look a little easy, but with you, you may need help or a caregiver to position this properly. Now, you're going to step with your feet down like this. You can have your hands on here. I do have a fair amount of people who will step off one leg off the edge, and this is common after a hip replacement because you don't want to give too deep of a bend in the hip. So you can even step one leg off the edge like this to kind of give you the extra stability, and then push yourself up and off. The other way you can approach this, and some people really prefer this strategy, is they'll come straight up to the step ladder like this. They will step on, a lot of times with a cane or a walker on this side. They'll step up, they'll use the handle, and they'll do a little pivot. Now, obviously, I like as little pivoting as possible, so this way is not my preferred method, but it is a safe method if you do it with good attention to where your feet are. And then you're going to do the same reach back and sit down. So that's how I would use this particular step stool at the bedside. Hi, now we're in the bathroom. So this is another really common place where we might use a step stool like this. This bathroom has a very high threshold tub in it. As you can see with these added glass doors, which I hate, you have this extra lip. So not only is this a deep tub, but it has this extra height. So a step stool might be a good option here to help folks get in and out if they're not necessarily needing the assistance of a tub transfer bench. So what I also have in this tub, which I really like, is a grab bar. So I have 2 points to grab, one here at the edge with the step stool. You may find a shower that has an exterior grab bar, which would also work really well in this situation, but I like this layout for helping somebody get in and out who may be struggling with stepping over this edge. Okay, so that's why I have the grab point centered away from the front of the shower, because I have this additional grab point. If you didn't have this grab point, you could certainly turn the stool around. Whatever's most comfortable and functional for your needs. That's why I like these. They're very flexible. Okay, so how I would basically set this up is a forward approach. So I'm going to move this a little bit closer to the front of the edge of the tub. I would have my hand here, maybe a cane or a walker would be used in this situation, and that could be placed on this side as well. I'm going to grab here, I'm going to step up 2 feet, and I'm going to reach in. I've got this nice grab bar here. If I didn't have this grab bar, I may stabilize myself on the wall if necessary. And then we're going to simply step over the edge and into the shower. Now, again, I'm able-bodied. This was not particularly difficult for me. If this particular task was a little bit scary, having somebody in the shower to kind of help you stabilize once you get in would be an option as well. So if your caregiver could be present for that, that might be helpful, especially the first few times you do it. All right, so same thing when we're coming out. I may grab the wall here, or in this case, I'm gonna grab my grab bar here, and this gives me something to kind of step onto and then step down out of the shower, just like that. So this is how I would use this particular step stool in a shower situation. All right, so now we're in the kitchen. This is another great place to use this step stool, and in fact, a place I've been using it with my kiddos so they can reach up and get things off the counter. But this is a good idea for getting things in and out of tall cabinets. Commonly, I see people use folding kitchen stools and step stools and even some little ladders, which can be really unstable and pretty unsafe. I've had some pretty nasty falls occur in the kitchen from using the wrong type of ladder setup. So I like this one a lot, especially if it's cornered like this. This is really secure and stable, and then I can reach up into my higher cabinets without having to overextend or make any sort of awkward climbing. All right, so let's go ahead and show you how I do this. Like I said, I have my handle on one side, I have counter on the other. This is a really good stable option. Actually, to get into this corner counter, I would have the option of either going here or here, but we'll go from this angle. We're just gonna step up. I can use the counter to help me as well. And now in this very, very tall cabinet, I can even reach as high as the top shelf without having to overextend. But what's really nice is I can get to this shelf without having to reach above my shoulder height, which is great if you're somebody dealing with a lot of chronic shoulder issues, because now I can get things down that are a little bit heavier without having to reach way up to put them in that position. So this gives me better access to those high, tall shelves and counters, or shelves and cabinets. And then I can simply step back off, or if back stepping is not safe, you can use this to pivot around and step forward. That's important to note that you shouldn't step backwards if you don't feel safe doing so. Take that extra step, turn yourself all the way around and make a forward step down if that feels safer for you. And here we are at the car. Last but not least, this is one of the more common places we see people use these types of step stools. They're extremely useful for high SUVs and trucks, which are common. So I like to show you how I would set this particular stool up to work with the car. Now, this one has the single handle. They do come with 2 handles, but I have to say I prefer the single handle, especially for cars, because most people want to grab onto something on the vehicle to help them locate the vehicle so they know where they're going. So let me show you how I would do this. First things first, I'd set it up with the handle towards the seat, okay, so that it's out of the way when I go to swing my legs into the car. Another reason why I like a single-handled option. Now, what I do is very similarly to the bed approach, where I'd have my person come at the car like this, and then turn around once they get close, so that they can then sidestep up onto the stool. Now, if you're getting into a really high vehicle like a truck, you'd want to put both feet up on the stool. This one is a little bit lower, so I'm just going to do one foot as kind of a bump point. I've got my hand here. I could put my hand on the door here, or even reach back behind me like this, and I'm going to lift up, and I'm going to lower myself down onto the seat. At this point, then I can scoot back and into the seat, swing my legs around. This one will require somebody to help you put it into the back seat. It is probably the biggest drawback to this particular style, unlike some that perhaps are fold up that you could then pick up off the floor and set on the floor in the car with you. So that would be great for some other users. So there you have it, several ways you could use this particular step stool. I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, consider giving me a thumbs up. And as always, if you need more information on how to stay safe and independent in your home and community, consider subscribing to EquipMeOT. Thank you.